Being challenged in life is inevitable. Being defeated is optional. Let's say that one more time. Being challenged in life is inevitable, but being defeated is optional. That's by Roger Crawford. We will all have challenges along the way through our journey in life, but how will you overcome them is the true question. I was in my 8th grade year in a small Catholic school in Reading, Pennsylvania. In the fall of 2017, I was going through the application process for Hill. I tried to make my essays as well thought out as possible, get a really good grade on the SSAT, which I took twice, by the way. And then I tried to make a really good impression during my interview and tour. I understood a little bit about the whole process because my older brother was already attending Hill at the time, and I honestly thought it was a safe deal with me getting accepted. Come March, I found out that that was not the case. I did not get accepted to the Hill School. I was devastated. I was also embarrassed because my brother was there, and I could not wrap my head around the fact that I was denied. I had a selfish mindset about the whole thing. But hey, one of my best friends since we were young did not get in either. We became even closer from the fact. I had to make a decision to attend my public high school or Catholic school that my current school fed into. It was very uneasy. I ended up attending Twin Valley High School, my public school, in order to take the hardest classes I could so that I could keep up my academic stature. My mindset was all over the place during that year of 2018. I resented the fact that I did not get in. I barely wanted to go to my older brother's basketball games because I was just too embarrassed and angry to set foot on campus. I ended up starting on the varsity soccer team and earning a key role in the varsity basketball and track teams. I earned 3 varsity letters and a 4.5 GPA my freshman year. Throughout the year, I grinded to get the best grades and to make the biggest footprint I could because I wanted to prove everyone wrong and why I should have been picked. I was selfish. I also applied again because my parents made me. I'm a pretty petty person, to be honest, and applying again and going through the entire process was just a waste of time in my head. My ego was just too high to apply again, so I did not try my hardest. I went to the interview being completely honest about how I was sad and angry and hurt that I did not get in. I wrote very similar essays to what I said in my interview, and I just went through the test like it was just a random quiz. I did not want to try again because the questions came up. What if I didn't get in again? How does that even happen? Well, March 2019 comes around and so did decision day. I found out that I got into Malvern Prep, my other option because of the great soccer team, and my old coach from the Philadelphia Union was there. But that was a week before decision day for Hill. 2 days before the official day, my dad got a call letting me know that I was accepted. It took me a while to realize what just happened. But once I processed it, I was content, just content. I was still a little hurt about the first year and was about to just go to Malvern for the simple fact of my pettiness. I talked with my older brother and my parents, and they told me to go to Hill and make the most of it. But how could I? How could I introduce myself as someone who didn't get in my first time when there are kids who designed their own apps before coming here? I was perplexed on what to do. I obviously ended up coming here. I came in with 2 of my teammates from my old soccer team, Ryan and Kenny, and a whole bunch of teammates from AAU basketball, including Graham, Nick, Aiden, and Gilbert. I had a different story than them, but I held a chip on my shoulder. I started my 3rd form year with preseason in the last week of August, and I was just focused on school and soccer. I wanted to prove everyone wrong. I worked so hard to get a key role off the bench, then halfway through the season, I got a starting spot. Our season was going well, 18-4 against top teams in the country. We made it to the state championship. I didn't start in the state championship because of my level of experience in high-pressure games, but I used that as fuel to push me to work harder. I was about 20 minutes into the first half when I finally went in, and 10 minutes left in the half, I was able to put the ball in the back of the net. I was ecstatic that I scored in the games as a 3rd former. I worked so hard for that moment, and it was surreal being able to accomplish something of the sort. We ended up losing that game, but I took some confidence with me into the next season, JV basketball. I was already familiar with the sport, having almost played it my entire life, as well as having my older brother play it at the school. I was a leader on the team and a consistent scorer. I had a chip on my shoulder the entire season. It was more for fun, the winter season, but I still worked really hard. I took all of the energy I had from the successful soccer and basketball seasons and took it to my 2nd varsity sport, track and field. I found my new passion. I love to just run and jump, and most importantly, win. I was taught by, number 1, the coaches, but also the outperformers. I learned how much they actually cared about my success. I became the second fastest 100-meter runner, long jumper, and triple jumper on the team as a freshman. We had a fun season, no losses. Got to go to the Penn Relays, the oldest and most famous high school track and field meet in the nation and world. We also won states as a team. I was part of the 4x100 team, which won the race by a full second, which, if you don't know, is a lot in track. I wanted to talk about my sports experiences during third form year because of what I learned. I learned that I need to put my pettiness aside and still grind no matter what for myself. I still think about not getting in, and that pushes me to strive for greatness. I tell myself that since this school did not want me once before, I need to become the school. This is in no way a bash at the Hill School, but more so of myself. I wanted to show everyone that I can overcome my challenges with or without help. That when I put my mind towards achieving something, I can. I wanted to keep that chip on my shoulder to keep pushing me to get better and better within myself. I wanted to become the Hill School. I was a tour guide, which gave me the insight to the school that I was longing for. I was able to appreciate being here while showing other students around. I understood why I belonged here. I finally felt like I belonged at the school. I kept the same mantra throughout my time here. If you can keep going, keep going. Let me say that again. If you can keep going, keep going. Because there are plenty of kids who would love to be in the spot that you guys are sitting in right now. You are all special and smart in your own way, and do not stop being great. Do not get down over a bad grade, because that will just make you learn the material. Do not get down after a loss, because that will just make you focus more. Do not get down after a falling out with friends, because your real ones will show. Be great one day at a time and achieve anything you want to. Mr. Baum talks to the preseason athletes about intrinsic versus extrinsic, and I gravitated towards his message. Extrinsic is mostly about what you gain or what you get. I feel my actions throughout high school were always, what will I gain or what will people say about me? But now I realize that it just doesn't matter. Just pursue the things that make you happy. Never let something stop you from achieving your dreams. I was not accepted to the Hill School, and I wanted to be the best version of myself at Hill and for the Hill. I wanted to be a great athlete for the Hill and for myself. I wanted to be a great student for the Hill and for myself. I wanted to be a great person for the Hill and for myself. I ran for SGA president with Sarah because we represent a lot of different people, and my story is unique, but that's what makes it ours. Never be discouraged, just keep pushing. Never let yourself lose a battle against your inner thoughts and ego. Become your best self to satisfy you, not anyone else. Grind till you are happy within. I found my happiness last year when I just tried to focus on myself and push through. You are all here for a reason, but make the most of it and push through any difficulties or any challenges or any obstacles, because those make you stronger, and those also make your story more memorable. Challenges in your life will come. It's how you get up and keep going. Don't let yourself be defeated. Thank you.